Baker Mayfield has nothing but sass for hard G, and we're going to talk about it after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kid folks? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. So it's OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time, and today we're going to talk about Baker Mayfield giving hard G all this trash talk. I love this about Baker. I love this about almost anybody because, well, I engage in quite a bit of it myself. And as a connoisseur of said trash talk, I am here to recognize real as real. And nobody gets more real about Texas in a short amount of time than Baker Mayfield. He leaves no doubts about where his allegiances lie and just who he cannot stand. And he went at Sam Ehlinger with just brutal honesty, which one was he could never be he could never be Lake Travis, which means that King Petty is on his King Petty stuff because he just said, hey, Westlake is a great program, but the best two quarterbacks to ever come out of there were Drew Brees and Nick Foles. Matter of fact, let's let him tell it to you.
All the preseason publications I read, hearing people talk, they say Texas is finally back. They're finally back. They're going to contend for a national championship this year.
Years ago, and they won.
I know.
Won like three games after that.
But
I'm sick of
but
that
Sam
crap.
Sam Ehlinger stood at the floor of the Sugar Bowl last year and proclaimed that the University of Texas is back. So I'll just ask you: Is Texas finally back?
He couldn't beat Lake Travis, so I don't really care. His opinion on anything winning. Westlake's a great program. But the two best quarterbacks come out of there are Drew Brees and Nick Foles. Sam can stay down there in Texas.
I like it. Good stuff.
That'll stir the pot. He doesn't like me, and I hope he knows I don't like him either.
Good stuff. I love it. I love it. Always something good to say.
Oh, my God. So all of that I'm here for. But also just goes to show for the people that really don't get the hate between OU and Texas being real, this is how real it is. The dude that is a Heisman Trophy winner, the dude that is a #1 overall draft pick in the NFL draft, the dude that was a walk-on at Texas Tech and a walk-on at Oklahoma, still has nothing but just let the hate flow through you stuff for Texas. And this is not about stats. This is not about wins and losses. Texas folks love to bring up that Texas has the lead in the Red River rivalry, and then you'll be like, yo, man, how about those Heisman trophies? Yo, man, how many college football playoffs you played in? Yo, man, how many Big 12 championships you won? And it's also kind of, it's 1-1 when we talk about national championships here. So with Texas's resources, I've always thought that Texas should be at the top of the heap. Just, they make more money than anybody else. They can throw an offer in any direction and pick up almost anybody that they want. And the recruiting class is always going to be good if they are even interested in recruiting. It's all about evaluation at Texas in a way that it's not like that anywhere else because you have a talent-rich state. And yes, you have other programs, but there's enough talent in the state of Texas to not only feed Texas, but A&M, Baylor, TCU, Houston, SMU, Texas State. We can keep going here. Right? I mean, Jalen Hurts' big brother went to Texas Southern. That's just me throwing it out there. That if you could play, you can play in Texas, especially if you're from Texas. And yet and still, we got Baker telling Texas fans just what it is for the Longhorns. And they just don't seem to be getting it together in a way in which I'm comfortable even acknowledging that 10-win season that they had because sometimes I'm like, yeah, Texas did a really cool thing because they did get a win against Oklahoma. They lost the Big 12 championship, and then they beat Georgia, which they'll point out that they beat Georgia the year before Oklahoma lost to Georgia. Doesn't matter that we tell them that Georgia team in 2017 was a better team and that Georgia team played for a national championship. It only matters to them that Kirby Smart was still the head coach. Fine, whatever. Just count the rings, right? Count the All-Americans, okay? Count the #1 overall draft picks. Just go to the last draft and count the draft picks from each school. I mean, for Baker Mayfield to continue to dunk on Texas is also, so look, no, it's not. Anytime Baker Mayfield wants to dunk on Texas, I'm going to be here for it. I'm going to listen to it, especially if it's on a place that is local, where we understand, like Sports Talk 1400, where this clip comes from. in the area, we understand what it means to not like Texas. We understand what it means to hate Texas. We understand what it means to want to beat them stupidly every single year. And yet and still, we're going to have this feud, and it's great for the sport. It's great for the Big 12. Because now you got Hard G responding to Baker Mayfield, and you got various Texas fans and Texas Twitter accounts going, yeah, well, who's still thinking about that? Well, we are. And we will forever. In the same way that Texas thinks about the 2005 national championship game. They think about what Vince Young was able to do for them. And they want Hard G to be the guy that Baker Mayfield is. And that's what this is really about. Hard G loves Texas the way that Baker loves Oklahoma. And now you're getting to see the talent difference. It's one thing to be all in on the school. It's another thing to be everything you say. Like my mother used to love Reggie Jackson. She still loves Reggie Jackson. But she would say the reason she liked Reggie Jackson most is because he would say, it ain't bragging if you can do it. And Baker Mayfield ain't bragging because he did it. That's the lesson to take away from this Hard G. All right, that's it for me. Doses.